Dear friends, join me in conversation with Mr. Yuri, a principal data scientist.
Thank you so much, Yuri. Welcome back. And finally, I have one question for you. I know you were below average student. You have seen a lot of challenges, and the teacher was an inspiration who actually added a spark in your life. And you built a passion for mathematics, and in the process of learning mathematics and many other aspects related to mathematics, you built a passion for computer science. And finally, today you are a senior data scientist. So now, Yuri, considering all the experiences you had, the challenges you faced as a below average student, I really want to understand what tips you have for all the students, number one. Number two, what are your valuable tips for parents as well?
Uh, every time when you are given an advice, you're thinking how it will influence others.
Right.
So you need to be cautious about it. Somebody might take it so precise, so practical for implementation, and it will lead them to unsuccessful path. I'm thinking the best thing is to suggest for all those who are students right now and for those who will be, something which Steve Jobs said once: you need to be stubborn, you need to be foolish, you need all the time to challenge yourself, and all the time to be, challenging the world, challenging yourself, to be prepared for something to come. He didn't say exactly this. This is already my interpretation, how I see what he said. My advice to, on top of this suggestion, would be get yourself prepared for something which you already know will be coming. What I mean by this is, you know that, just to give some example of my personal experience, one summer at school, I knew that we will have a new subject called chemistry.
Right.
I didn't know what it is all about, how it can be used, and what's inside it. But before the year started, we all got distributed books for the upcoming year.
Right.
During the summer, I opened chemistry and I started to read it. I didn't have to. My parents told me that this is your time to relax. Why are you reading books? I said that, but I'm curious. I want to see what's inside there. I'm slightly worried that will I be successful in there?
Right.
So I covered half of the book. I understood what chemistry is about. I was prepared. So obviously, when chemistry started, students were looking at me that I'm slightly crazy. How possible that I already know all this stuff? I confessed to them. I said that that's what I did. I was just curious to know. And I said that, all right. And I said, you didn't have to do it. We'll teach you anyway. You knew that. I knew that, but I was curious to know what's inside. I think this is something which I would like to suggest to the students to do. Still to relax, to have time for relaxing, but at the same time to look ahead, to get themselves, mentally prepared to build the proper wiring in your neurons, so that you will be knowing what comes.
Right.
And that can be taken further. You're, as a professional, as a graduate, you need to look forward what else to come there. Things are changing, and if you will look ahead, you will understand how important it is or might be not important. If it happens to be important, you will be mentally prepared to master the subject, to master the technology.
Right.
If it's not, then you just broadened your understanding. You know that this also exists there, also maybe not popular. So that's my, maybe controversial, but based on my personal experience, advice to the students: to look ahead, to challenge themselves, to be prepared.
Okay.
For parents, I'm a parent of two lovely children myself. I love them very much. And as I told you before, that I'm thinking all the time how to properly help them build their life path, and what is the proper message to give them. This is somewhat related to what I suggested to the students. I think I need to get them prepared to see what is in the world, what else is there.
Right.
If my daughter right now studies geography, I speak with her about mountain chains and about lakes, about natural resources. She doesn't have to understand all of it right now. She's 7 years old,
Right.
but at least once she reaches this point, she will know what is the subject is about. She will know what they study there, what potential things which she can explore herself. If it's maths, so they study timetables right now. I already explained to her what is the power.
Right.
She doesn't have to master it right now, but she needs to be mentally prepared what it is about. I explained to her what is, negative numbers.
Right.
That it doesn't end on zero. There are things, and very
Right.
similar. It's so easy to comprehend right now. You don't need to master it, but you need to be mentally prepared for
Right.
it. And the moment comes, you will master it very easily. Why is it important? Not to be that you need to be prepared for everything up front, but it broadens your view of the world. And it also helps you, you cannot be a master of everything. You need to specialize. That's how the world is built.
Right.
If you're already ready for the subjects which are not so important for your future career, it will be easy for you to cover them.
Right.
It will be easy for you not to spend a lot of time studying them. You're already prepared. You already know what is there. You're already enough prepared to become, at least an average, maybe above the average for those subjects. It will
Right.
free your time for your specialty, for those things which you're really passionate about, where you can spend more time, where you can truly excel, I would say.
Right.
So my advice to the parents would be that maybe controversial, but explain to your children that the world is big. There are so many things in it. Support them in the things which they love, but also tell them what surrounds them, what potential things they can explore themselves in these fields, and explain them what they're about, so that they will, have a better view if this is proper thing for them or not.
Right.
That's my advice.
Okay. All right. So I think a lot of insights you shared there. Yuri, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And dear
My
students,
pleasure.
the key message I took from Yuri's message is that be curious. No matter what, be curious and focus on your dream and start working towards it. And take support from parents, from your friends, from teachers, and then start learning from each other, right? And then start uh, learning from everywhere. So there is no limit for learning. You can learn from anybody, everybody, and you can learn by seeing, you can learn by listening, you can learn by observing, and then start learning, because learning is a lifelong process. And dear parents, don't try to push your dreams on your children, because they may not like it and they will be failure in their life. Let's say, for example, you want your child to become a doctor and the child is not interested, and forcefully, let's say, the child becomes a doctor. That means the child will give up that profession. So what's the use, right? Instead, let your child follow his or her passion and see the kind of a change they will have in their life, and they will become the best version whatever they do in their life, right? So thank you so much, Yuri. Really appreciate your valuable time. I think you shared a lot of insights, a lot of perspectives, a lot of practical examples, and I am sure and confident that this discussion, the tips that you shared, the insights you shared, is for sure going to help all those students as well as parents. So thank you so much. It was lovely discussing with you, and hope we will stay in touch. And till then, please take care, stay safe.
Absolutely. It's a big pleasure for me. And yeah, wonderful opportunity to share my experience, to inspire those who are right now at school, at university, and selecting their profession. Well, yeah, thank you for this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yuri. Bye.